Well, 68th Independence Day celebrations are underway in the state and across the country. And the Chief Minister just ended up giving his speech, which sounded more like a report card of sorts for the government in the state. Well, two big speeches that we heard today. One that of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. His maiden speech as the Prime Minister at the Red Fort on the occasion of Independence Day. He went on to address a spectrum of issues, speaking about the kind of development that he would like to see and that the country needs to visualize in the near future. And these are the scenes from the Manekshaw Parade grounds, where cadets, different troops, presenting the march past drill. In fact, keeping in mind the high preparations, strict security has been put in place for the event. 9 DCPs, 16 ACPs, 48 inspectors, 101 sub-inspectors, 15 women SIs, 77 women ASIs, 182 head constables, 459 constables, 94 women constables and 182 plain-clothed policemen have been deployed at the venue. My colleague Bansi joins us live from the Manekshaw Parade grounds. Well, Bansi, we saw the Chief Minister give out a speech which was more like a report card of sorts for the government. How have been the reactions like?
Scouts, guides, rovers, ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆ ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಮಟ್ಟದ ಪ್ಲಾಟೂನ್ ಕಮಾಂಡರ್ ಲಿಶಾಂಕ್ ಆರ್ಜಿ ವಿಶ್ವದ 150
that is on. You can see a very organized drill that is on by the different groups. Now, very incidentally, the Chief Minister in a speech, let's just recall the Chief Minister what he spoke. While many would try to recall the budget speech and the Chief Minister's speech, very similar they say, because markedly the content lists out the achievements of what the Chief Minister listed out in the budget and his planned expenditure that he is planning, what he would give for different organizations, groups. So today what we see is the Chief Minister, whatever he spoke, is more or less on those very similar lines. And there is no market shift from what we saw last year or the year before, because usually by way of a practice, this is what we see happens. The Chief Minister lists out the achievements, their programs, and what they have for different people, and more or less many of these would be what is listed out in the budget. So here at the Independence Day, the students and others marching, and the mood out here, a mood of happiness, a mood of joy, but the Chief Minister listing out the achievements, was it a little bit stale is the question. Did he say the same things in his budget speech? This is the question before us.
Well, we can also see that the celebrations are in progress. Bansi, brightly dressed students are putting up their best foot forward, quite literally. How does the itinerary look today? What all can we expect as part of the celebrations?
Okay. Essentially, this is a mood out here which has been planned to the greatest detail. Now, we will show you the marching once again. This is the marching that is on. Now, the program officially starts. The Chief Minister enters the venue at about 8:50. He starts speaking at a little past 9. Now, the Chief Minister's speech is concluded. Now, there are these cultural drills. Now, there is this marching by different students. Now, following this, there will be a cultural program where in the back, in that what you see to the left, towards that part behind the Tippu Sultan Dwar and the Rani Channamma Dwar, there are the cultural entertainers who are out there. Now, as soon as these bands, as soon as this drill, the marching is over, then they would come in. They would come in and there would be a cultural performance. There are floats also ready there. You see those different floats. We will try and zoom in our cameras and show you the floats. Right at the very end, there are those floats, and those cultural programs will begin. So what we have here is this is the first part. That is the second part. Now let's remember that many of these programs, they've gone through it with a great deal of patience and practice, because all this that you see is the culmination of weeks and weeks of practice. The planning for which begins as early as the end of March and first week of April, and from then you can see all this perfect marching. All this is something that they have done for weeks and weeks. Now what you see at the rear end of this, these are all students drawn from different institutions, different organizations. Earlier we saw the Scouts, earlier we saw the NCC. These are students from different schools. Now the last group out here is the police band. Now they are the last ones at the very end of this. Now once that is over, the cultural program begins. Special floats have been organized. Special floats. We will show you those floats there. You can see them from here. The floats out there at the very end. So those floats now there are a lot of young cultural entertainers. Unfortunately, we cannot zoom in any more than this. This is the best we can get. And this is the police band. This is the police band. Now following this, the cultural program will begin. Now this is the last group out here. And they're playing Sare Jahan Se Acha. This is something for which this is something which they practice regularly. Now once the cultural programs are over, the Independence Day celebrations, the cultural program celebrations will begin. Now what you see is the cultural programs. These are the crowds. These are the crowds. Many of them have patiently walked in here at a little past 7 and 8 a.m. So all of them taking their seats and waiting patiently. Many of them coming in front to have a glimpse, a closer look at those marching. Now more or less the most part of the program is over. We'll have a cultural program following this, Nishita.
Right, Bansi, thank you for joining us with all those details. Well, there we have it. The ceremonial march past will conclude in just a bit, after which the cultural programs will begin. The cultural programs will, of course, include a lot of dance and song performances from students at the Maneksha Parade grounds.
ಶ್ರುತಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ತಾಳಗಳ ಒಂದು ತೊಡಕುಗಳ ಆಗದೇ ಇರೋ ಹಾಗೆ ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಸಂಗೀತ ನುಡಿಸುವುದು ಬಹಳ ಕಷ್ಟಕರವಾದ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಯುತವಾದ ಕೆಲಸ. ಬಿಎಸ್ಎಫ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಸಿಬಿ ಪಿ ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಯೂ ಅವರ ನೇತೃತ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಎಸ್ಎಫ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ತಂಡ ಹಾಗೂ ದೇಶದಾದ್ಯಂತ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಹೆಸರನ್ನ ಗಳಿಸಿರುವಂತಹ ಮೈಸೂರು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ತಂಡ, ರಾಜೇಂದ್ರ ಎಂಕೆ ಬ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ರಾಜೇಂದ್ರ ಎಂಕೆ ಅವರ ನೇತೃತ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈಸೂರು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ನ ಒಂದು ತಂಡ ಹಾಗೂ ಸಿಎಆರ್ ನ ರಾಘವನ್ ರವರ ನೇತೃತ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ತಂಡ.